Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going with pre-contract expiry players for the 4th season, and this is episode number 2. If you haven't seen the first episode where we cover a lot of the goalkeepers, or all of the goalkeepers and people like that, go and check it out. But today is part 2 of what will probably be 5 parts to this season, which is awesome as well. It's been a little while since we've done one of these videos. Right guys, here we are. So starting off is Nathaniel Clyne from Liverpool. Obviously, by the time that you guys get these players, they'll be about 3 to 4 years older than they are right now, because I'm only in the first season in this particular career mode. But Nathaniel Clyne is an awesome right back. I haven't actually used him, I don't think, apart from in Ultimate Team, and that was probably last year as well. But he looks insane. You know, he's one of them players that a lot of people do tend to go for, and to get him on a free would definitely be amazing. You know, he'd be in his prime at the time of signing him as well, and the same would go for Darmiyan as well from Manchester United. Obviously a fairly new addition to the team. He can play both, either right back or left back. You know, he doesn't say left back, but left wing back and left back are practically the same thing. He could play left back if you wanted him to. He's got a 4-star weak foot as well, which is good. It's a bit of a shame he doesn't have 3-star skill moves over 2-star, but in the end it's not too bad. And he's got the engine trait as well, or the speciality, which is something that I also love. So great player him. Next is Seamus Coleman. We can see some stats from him as well. Obviously, he is going to be about 29 years old. He's going to be getting on a little bit, but he'll still be fairly solid for his, his value, and a very solid right back who would do the job for you if you needed him to. There's not really too much more to say about him. Aurier is going to be one of the better players out of the lot so far because of his age. He's only going to be about 25, going on 26. He'll be in his prime. He'll be growing very nicely, and he is 3-star, and he can also play centre back. So he's very rotational. You could even play him at left back if you really wanted to. Even probably play him as a CDM. It wouldn't really matter that it doesn't say you can. You could still chuck him in there, and he'd do a job for you. DeMarcos is an awesome player, very cheap card usually in Ultimate Team. I didn't realise he could play right wing and cam, so he's also someone that you could play even further up the field, potentially even use him as a striker if you really needed to. I think he'd probably do an okay job. Next is Martin Montoya, who until I did this video I had no idea he had actually transferred, I think from Barcelona, I want to say, to Inter Milan, which is a pretty good move for him, I guess. He'll probably be getting more first team football. I don't really keep up to date with too many of the littler transfers like this one, but he now plays for Inter Milan, and oh, we don't want to be doing that. He's got 4-star weak foot, again, the same as, was it Aurier? No, it was Darmiyan had the 4-star, yeah. So, again, he's fairly similar and still a very good player. Next is Ricardo Rodriguez, who's someone that so many people sign, and there's a great reason for it. He's 83 rated, 22 years old. He's going to be about 26 by the time you get him. He's probably going to be about 87, going on 88 rated, if it's anything like last year. He used to grow so well, and I guarantee you he does this year as well. He is by far probably one of the best left backs you can sign in career mode at all. He is fantastic. He's young. He's going to do the job for you so well. Next is Azpilicueta, or Dave from Chelsea. Going to be about 28, going on 29 by the time you get him. And again, 3-star. Not too much you can say about him. Very solid left back. Used to like using Azpilicueta a lot last year in FUT, so he is great. Then we have Felipe Louise, who's kind of a weird one. Obviously, moved to Chelsea for a season and then went back to where he came from anyway, which is obviously Atletico Madrid. And it's very annoying that, because I thought Felipe Louise would have been amazing in the Premier League. It just never really worked out, but he is fantastic. He is, again, one of the better left backs in the game, although by the time you get him, he's probably not going to be worth it. He's going to be about 33 years old. He's going to be a little bit past it, but still, if you really needed a left back and you were a bit of a lower league team, getting someone like this in would probably be one of your best players anyway, so it would kind of be worth it for you. Next is Alberto Moreno of Liverpool. I love this guy. I remember using him as a striker in Ultimate Team. He was insane, and he can play left mid, left wing back, and left back. If only he could play left forward as well, or left wing, he would be incredible, and he still is. He's got a very, very high pace. He doesn't have the skill moves, unfortunately. It would be great to have a left back that has 4-star in this list, because it would just be so good. I think there's got to be a left back out there with 4-star. I just cannot think of them off the top of my head, but he is great and would do a great job for you as well. And then we have the last player on the list, which is Juwan Burnout, who again is someone that I really, really like. He'll be about 26. He can play left mid as well, and left back, obviously, which is his main position. He's amazing, basically, and I would really advise getting him. He's only going to be about 26. He's going to be in his prime. He's going to be a pretty decent rating as well. And if you use the player training and stuff, he would be even better, and that would just be awesome. So definitely someone to look out for anyway. But that, guys, is going to be the end of today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the pre-contract expiry players that you can sign in Season 4 of Career Mode in FIFA 16. But if you have enjoyed this video, if we can smash over 5 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. If you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out, and I'll speak to you guys in the next video very soon.